Alright, guys, here we are. WrestleMania weekend. For wrestling fanatics like myself and hopefully all of you, this is one of the best weekends of the whole year. We get NXT on Saturday night, not to mention the Hall of Fame on Friday night, and then we get 7 hours of WrestleMania. 13 matches. So here I am to give you my predictions for WrestleMania 33. But before I get to that, I want to tell you how our predictions are going to work. To crown the first ever rope break wrestling world heavyweight champion, me and my co-founder, Derek, will be predicting WrestleMania matches for points. Non-title matches get 1 point. Title matches get 2 points. Multi-person matches, we get 2 picks in those matches. In the case of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, we get 3 picks. 2 regular picks and 1 surprise entrant. If that surprise entrant happens to win the Battle Royal, we get 1 extra point. So, the winner is the man with the most points, and he will be the inaugural Rope Break Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. And yes, there is a belt, but it is right now in production. So, let's get to my predictions. We're going to start with the kickoff show. There are 2 matches that have been announced for the kickoff show. The first being the Cruiserweight Championship, pitting Austin Aries against the champion, Neville. In this match, as much as I am rooting for Aries, I have to say my gut tells me to go with Neville. He has been on such a roll. He has been carrying the Cruiserweight division on his back since he came off injury. So I think Neville, with some dirty tactics, somehow gets the win in this match. Next up on the pre-show is literally the biggest match of the night. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So, my first pick, I'm going to go with Braun Strowman, because I think that's a logical pick because the way they have built him and not given him a singles match like they should have. My second pick is the man that I really think and really hope wins this match, and that is Sami Zayn. The man is the ultimate underdog. To have him eliminate Braun Strowman, maybe with a haluva kick, would just give him the push that he deserves. The man is a workhorse. And my surprise entrant to win it all is going to have to be Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, in my heart, I don't think he debuts in this Battle Royal. He's much bigger than this Battle Royal, but he's also the only man I can think of to promote as a surprise entrant. Next up, I think this match will probably open the show. The ladder match for the Raw Tag Team Championship. The Club versus Enzo and Cass versus Sheamus and Cesaro. I have to say, I think it's time, as over as they are, not nearly as over as they were a year ago when they debuted, I think Enzo and Cass reach up and grab that brass ring and take these tag titles and carry them for several months. So Enzo and Cass is my prediction. Next up is the Intercontinental title match pitting Baron Corbin challenging Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental title. You know, I heard it said that at first you're going to hate Baron Corbin, but then it clicks, and you get it, and you love him. I think the dude is a superstar in the making. I think he will be great. But I think Ambrose takes this match. He'll roll him up. He'll find a way. He's crazy Dean Ambrose. I don't think it's the right time for Corbin to take the title. Maybe in a month. Maybe 2 months. But he's not quite there yet. Next up is the Raw Women's Championship. I really don't care much about women's wrestling. I don't care at all about it. But for the sake of the picks, I'm going to choose Charlotte because she's a Flair and it's WrestleMania. My second pick is Nia Jax. Next up is AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. Now this match is an absolute waste of AJ Styles. I think that Corey Graves got it right when he said this match does absolutely nothing for him. It'll be a good match because AJ Styles could be put in the ring with Kamala right now and still put on a good match. So obviously, AJ Styles has to win this match. He's the best wrestler in the world. Probably the greatest wrestler to come around in the last 15 years. The dude is gold. On the mic, in the ring. I don't care what size he is. The man is money. Next up is the 6-pack Women's Challenge from SmackDown for their women's title. Again, don't care. Don't care at all. But since it's the hometown person, I'm choosing Naomi. My second pick is Alexa Bliss. Next up, the WWE United States Championship match. Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens. This right here will be match of the night. It's got it all. I personally think that Kevin Owens should have kept the Universal title, and this should have been the main event of WrestleMania, pitting the guys that have carried Monday Night Raw since August in Jericho and Owens. They deserve to close the show. I think Owens wins this, and I think Owens wins it fairly clean. He will attempt to cheat. I don't think it works. But then he hits the pop-up powerbomb out of nowhere and finishes it. Because as we all know, Jericho is on his way out, getting ready to tour with his band Fozzy. Next up, we've got the mixed tag match of John Cena and his girlfriend Nikki Bella against The Miz and Maurice. This match has maybe been the best advertised match for the whole show besides Undertaker and Roman Reigns. I think this has the opportunity to be a great match, but I'm not sure it will be. The promos that have been going on between The Miz and John Cena for the last several months have been some of the best promos WWE has put out in years. I also think that The Miz is doing the best work of his entire career. The man is absolutely on fire right now. I think with a little bit of tight grabbing, The Miz and Maurice win this match. Because The Miz needs this win more than John Cena does. So I go with The Miz and Maurice. Our next is a no-holds-barred, unsanctioned match between Triple H and Seth Rollins. Now, this match has been brewing for 2 years. It probably would have happened last year at WrestleMania if Rollins wouldn't have blown his knee out. Rollins is money in the ring. And I know a lot of wrestling marks don't want to hear it, but Triple H is too. There's a reason when ratings are down, they turn to Triple H. Because he is one of the greatest workers in the history of the business. You can argue me on that all you want. But he is an all-time great. But he does not need to win this match. Seth Rollins does. So here, I choose Seth freaking Rollins. Next up, the most controversial match on the whole card. Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. So, will this be the end for The Undertaker? Is he calling it quits? Win, lose, or draw? Does The Undertaker walk out of WrestleMania 33 at all, let alone win or lose? I think Strowman costs Roman Reigns this match, because that is a feud that has been building and can continue after WrestleMania, whereas Undertaker is going to go back into hiding, maybe to never be seen again. So I am picking The Undertaker to win this match by pinfall. So we don't see The Undertaker lose again at WrestleMania. He will survive this year. But the question is, will the dead man return? Next up, the WWE title match. The 2017 Royal Rumble winner, Randy Orton, against the Eater of Worlds and WWE Champion, Bray Wyatt. I've got to go with Wyatt. He's doing fantastic work. He has his whole career. His promos are far and away better than anyone else on the whole roster, not to mention that he writes his own promos. The man is a genius. Wrestling is literally in his blood. So I'm going with Bray Wyatt to retain the WWE title with a little bit of help from Eric Rowan.